The world's first all-inclusive W hotel just opened its doors in Punta Cana 2 days ago. Want to know what it's like? Stay to experience it first, and whether or not it's worth a visit. We're in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and this place marks a historic moment for luxury tourism. Here is the world's first W hotel offering an all-inclusive experience. In this video, I'm going to tell you about our personal experience visiting the W Punta Cana just days before its opening. Everything you're about to see and hear reflects what we experienced, our tastes, our expectations, and how we felt in each moment. But like any trip, it's best to experience it for yourself. This is our point of view. Will you agree with it? There's only one way to find out. We arrived at the W Punta Cana hotel early in the morning and went straight to our room. Thanks to an opening promotion, we got a room that normally costs over $800 for just $500. But after taking just 2 steps inside, I stumbled upon a cockroach, something that other guests have said seems to be quite common. Despite being a new hotel, the imperfections in the finishes are noticeable, which is surprising for a brand that represents luxury. One awkward detail is the huge bathroom window that looks directly onto a busy street with staff, making stepping out of the shower feel anything but private. The bed is large and comfortable, like other double rooms, has a good TV, and a beautiful exit to a private pool, which I didn't use because the water was very dirty, visibly green. Outside, the hotel has an area with wooden walkways that allow you to explore the area without stepping on dirt or sand, which is appreciated. But I have to say, I was a little disappointed by the lack of vegetation. I expected to see more greenery, more nature, but the plants were clearly newly planted, and there are still many areas with visible soil. During the day, this is quite noticeable, but at night it changes. The lighting is very well thought out and creates a much more pleasant experience, while also hiding this detail quite a bit. Of course, I don't want to show you just the pretty version. Don't expect this. Wait for this, it's the real thing. Let's explore it for a moment. Constructive criticism also applies to the food, an area where W always excels. But in this case, breakfast was a huge disappointment. Few options, repeated every day, with nothing truly surprising. And something as basic as getting more coffee meant having to stand up and ask, almost begging for it. In a hotel of this caliber, that shouldn't happen. The lunch and dinner buffets were an extension of the breakfast experience, limited and uninspired options. The most promising items were the grilled meats, but there was only one person serving them, and their attitude left something to be desired. They seemed to be annoyed when you asked for more than the small portion they served. What I do appreciate is dinner at the Japanese restaurant. It was a much more thoughtful experience with good service, although I don't have any pictures because I didn't have a camera that night. On the way to the beach and pool area, we were only able to show what we saw up close because we didn't reach the ocean. Trucks were passing by cleaning the sargassum, which had invaded the entire coast, so it wasn't a usable beach at that time. The oceanfront pool area, however, is very pleasant and has a truly relaxing atmosphere. But again, the experience was marred by the lack of staff. There was only one person at the bar serving everyone. In my case, I waited more than 15 minutes for my order, which never arrived, and I left before I could try it. And as if that weren't enough, a Caribbean restaurant overlooking the ocean, which promised to be one of the best spots in the hotel, was unavailable because it had been reserved for a private event. Although all of this may sound like I have something personal against this hotel, I promise you I tried to be as impartial as possible. What I shared here is not only my experience, but also comments I heard directly from other guests who were staying at the same time. I'm sure that a chain as prestigious as W will take action to improve day by day. From now on, there are things that stand out. The event space is impeccable, the bathrooms and common areas are very clean, and the staff is super warm and attentive, which doesn't surprise me because Dominicans, in general, are very friendly. But it must also be said, a hotel of this level must be expected to do more. If it wants to compete with other strong chains in the area, it has to live up to expectations. For now, it's losing the battle. If you want to experience it yourself, book early and be prepared for a long drive from the airport, because this hotel is one of the farthest, more than an hour, and with roads that are quite difficult. Bad condition. And so ends this tour of the world's first all-inclusive W hotel, just 2 days before its official opening. Thank you for joining me on this experience, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with other travelers, and of course, subscribe to the channel so we can continue discovering new destinations together. I'll read you in the comments. What did you think? Would you stay at this hotel? See you on the next trip.